Hi everyone, I'm Santosh. Welcome to English Abeka. In the last session, I taught you the poem Dust of Snow. It was written by Robert Frost. Followed by that, in this session, I'm going to teach you the poem Fire and Ice. This also was written by Robert Frost. I gave you the introduction about him in the previous session in the Dust of Snow poem itself. If you haven't seen that video, kindly watch and come back. Let's get into this poem Fire and Ice. As I told you before, Robert Frost is a nature lover. He used to compare all his work with nature. That something happened in his life will be compared with nature, and he used to give a beautiful information through it. So in this poem Fire and Ice also, he is just giving an interesting, philosophical and also a great imaginary poem that he is going to convey something very bigger. Why I am telling like that? Because in this poem Fire and Ice, he is telling about how the world will be end. He is telling two possibilities way, either by the fire or by the ice. People will be saying that some will say that earth will be end by the fire, some will say that our earth will be end by the ice. At first he says that fire is most destructive one, but later on he understands ice is also equally dangerous as fire. So he used to compare, actually he is talking about the earth, how the earth will end. In other end, he is just comparing earth with human, how the human is going to destroy himself by the desire and hatred. These two things is compared with fire and ice. Human, earth, fire and ice, hatred and desire. So he is comparing amazingly with his maximum imagination, poetically, philosophically. He is just trying to convey this message to us. It's a very valuable one. Let's get into the poem and let's find out what he is trying to say in it. Okay, now I will be reading the poem. You just listen to me carefully. Fire and ice. Some say the world will end in fire, some say in ice. For what I have tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate. To say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice, was written by Robert Frost. As I told you before, in this poem he is symbolically representing fire with the desire. As I told you before, fire, how the fire is going to destroy the world, like the same way the human, the desire, the dark desire of a human will distract the own perspective view of him, and also it will destroy him inside. As I told you before, he used to symbolize the fire as a emotion of human desire, how the fire is going to end the world, like the same way this desire of a dark desire of human, something that he wants, I want money, or something, I want power. Some countries want to be first place, they have this dark desire, that desire itself will kill them or destroy totally them. Like same thing as fire, how the fire does its work as a great distraction, like that human desire will destroy him. In the other hand, he is just comparing in symbolic way, he is just representing that ice as a hatred. How the ice is going to destroy the world, the same way this hatred also is going to destroy the human inside the mind. So like it will be slow and poisonous, like showing some hatred against someone, that person has something, that jealousy, that person has iPhone, I don't have the one, that person has Audi car, I don't have the one. So this jealous also will kill inside us. Hatred, this also is going to kill inside us. Anyway, either fire or ice is going to destroy the earth, like the same way either desire or hatred is going to destroy a human. If a person can't able to control his emotions, again these two, hatred and desire, if the person is can't able to control this, these two will destroy the person. So our author Robert Frost is comparing this one philosophically and also in other and poetically. He's just conveying a big message, a person, how the person wanted to be. So hope that you have understand the poem well. Let's see what are all the poetic devices that is used in this poem. Let's start with the rhyming scheme. Rhyming scheme means a word that ends with the same sound. Okay, first line fire, it's A, and the second line ice, different one, so that B. In third line desire, fire and desire end with the same sound, so A, again A, third line. Fourth line fire, again it's repetition of fire, so that A. So in the first stanza, A, B, A. So from the followed by that, twice, eyes, twice, same sound, so that B. Hate, new sound, so that C. Eyes, again it is repeating, so B. C. Again next one is great. Great is that hate, great, same sound, so C. The last one, suffice. Suffice is B. Eyes, suffice, same sound, so that C. So the rhyming scheme is A, B, A, B, C, B, C, B. This is the rhyming scheme that in the poem Fire and Ice. Next, alliteration. Alliteration is used in the fourth line, favor and fire. Starts with F, again F. This is the only alliteration that is used in the poem. And also the author used to personify fire and ice as the desire and hatred. I hope that you have understand this poem well. Let's see another lesson in another video. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day.